Good day, viewers. Read the Bible with me. Exodus chapter 30. The incense, the water, and the anointing oil. You must make an altar on which to burn incense. You are to make it out of acacia wood. It is to be 1 cubit long and 1 cubit wide. That is to say, square, and to stand 2 cubits high. Its horns are to be one piece with it. The top of the altar, its surrounding sides, and its horns are to be covered with pure gold and decorated with a gold edge all around. You are to put 2 gold rings on it below the edge on its 2 opposite sides. These are to hold the poles used for carrying it. These poles you must make of acacia wood and cover with gold. You are to set up the altar before the veil that protects the ark of the statement opposite the ark and the mercy seat from where I speak to you. On this altar, Aaron must burn fragrant incense each morning when he prepares the lamps, and in the evening twilight, when Aaron puts the lamps back, he must burn it again. You must make these offerings of incense before Yahweh unfailingly from generation to generation. You must not offer unholy incense on this altar, or animal or grain offering, or pour out any wine offering on it. Once a year, Aaron is to perform the atonement of the horns of this altar. He shall do this atonement with the blood of the victim to take away sins. And you shall do the same once a year in the generations to come. This ceremony will be extremely holy in the eyes of Yahweh. Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "When you take a census and make a register of the people of Israel, each is to pay Yahweh a ransom for his life, so that no disaster comes on them when the census is being made. Everyone subject to the census must pay the required amount of money, weighed according to the official standard, and this shall be set aside for Yahweh. Everyone subject to the census, that is to say, of 20 years and over, must pay the sum set aside for Yahweh. The rich man is not to give more, nor the poor man less, when they pay this amount for their lives. You will use this ransom money given to you by the people of Israel for the upkeep of the tent of meeting. It will remind Yahweh of the people of Israel and will be the ransom for your lives." Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "You must also make a bronze basin on a stand for washing. You must place it between the tent of meeting and the altar and put water in it. In this, Aaron and his sons must wash their hands and feet. When they are about to enter the tent of meeting, they must wash in water, lest they die. And when they have to approach the altar for their service, to burn the offering burned in honor of Yahweh, they must wash their hands and feet, lest they die. This is a lasting rule for them, for Aaron and his descendants, from generation to generation." Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "Take the choicest spices, 12 pounds of liquid myrrh, 6 pounds of sweet-smelling cinnamon, 6 pounds of scented cane, and 12 pounds of cassia, all weighed according to the official standard, and 1 gallon of olive oil. These you are to make into a holy oil for anointing, such a blend as the perfumer might make. With it you are to anoint the tent of meeting and the ark of the statement, the table and all its furnishings, the lampstands and all its accessories, the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offering with all its furnishings, and the basin with its stand. In this way you shall consecrate them, and they will remain extremely holy, and whatever touches them will become holy. You must anoint Aaron and his sons and consecrate them so that they may be priests in my service. Then you are to say to the people of Israel, such will be the oil of holy anointing from generation to generation. It is not to be poured on the bodies of common men, nor are you to make any other oil of the same mixture. It is a holy thing, and you must consider it holy. Whoever makes any like it or uses it on a layman shall be outlawed from his people. Yahweh said to Moses, take sweet spices, storax, onycha, galbanum, sweet spices, and pure frankincense in equal parts, and make an incense, such as the perfumer might make, salted, pure and holy. Crush a part of it into a fine powder, and put some of this in front of the ark of the statement in the tent of meeting, the place appointed for my meetings with you. You must regard it as most holy. You are not to make any incense like it for your own use. You must hold it to be a holy thing reserved for Yahweh. Whoever copies it for use as perfume shall be outlawed from his people. Exodo Kapitulo 30. Ang altar na sunugan ng kamanyang. Gumawa ka ng altar na akasyang sunugan ng kamanyang. Gawin mo itong parisukat. 18 pulgada ang haba, gayon din ang luwang at 36 na pulgada ang taas. Ang apat na sulok nito ay lalagyan mo ng sungay na parang kaisang piraso ng altar. Babalutin mo ito ng lantay na ginto at dilistunan ng ginto ang paligid. Kakabitan ito ng argolyang ginto sa magkabilang gilid sa ibaba ng liston para suotan ng pasanan na yari sa akasyang balot din ng ginto. Pagkayari, ilalagay mo ito sa labas ng tabing ng kaban ng tipan at luklukan ng awa. Dito ko kayo tatagpuin. Tuwing umaga, magsusunog dito ng kamanyang si Aaron pag-aayos niya sa mga ilaw. Ganoon din ang gagawin niya kung gabi, pag-aayos sa mga ilaw. Araw-araw gagawin ninyo ito at ng inyong magiging kaapu-apuhan. Huwag kayong magsusunog dito ng kamanyang na iba sa iniuutos ko. Huwag din kayong magdadala rito ng handog na susunugin, maging hayop pagkain o inumin. Minsan isang taon, gaganapin ni Aaron ang seremonya sa paglilinis ng kasalanan. Ang apat na tulis ng altar ay papahiran ng dugo ng hayop na handog para sa kasalanan. Gawin ninyo ito habang panahon. Ang altar na ito ay sagrado at nakatalaga kay Yahweh. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, pagkuha mo ng senso ng mga Israelita, bawat isa hihingan mo ng pantubos sa kanilang buhay. Ihahandog nila ito sa akin para walang kapahamakang umabot sa kanila habang ginagawa ang senso. Lahat ng mabilang na senso ay magbabayad ng kalahating siklo ayon sa timbangan ng templo bilang handog sa akin. Lahat ng 20 taon pataas ang isasama sa senso. Pareho ang halagang ibabayad na pantubos ng mayayaman at ng mahihirap. Lahat ng ibabayad nila ay gagamitin sa mga kailangan sa tabernakulo. Ang halagang ibibigay nila ay pantubos ng kanilang buhay at sa pamamagitan nito maaalala ko ang mga Israelita. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, gumawa ka rin ng palangganang tanso at ng tansong patungan nito. Ilalagay mo ito sa pagitan ng altar at ng toldang tipanan. Pagkatapos, punuin mo ng tubig. Ito ang gagamitin ni Aaron at ng kanyang mga anak sa paghuhugas ng kanilang paa at kamay. kailangang sila'y maghugas bago pumasok sa toldang tipanan o bago magsunog ng handog sa altar. Kung hindi, sila'y mamamatay. Kailangan ngang maghugas muna sila ng paa at kamay upang hindi sila mamatay. Ito'y tuntuning susundin nila at ng kanilang lahi habang panahon. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, "Pumili ka ng pinakamainam na pabango, 20 librang mira, tig 10 librang kanela at mabangong tambo at 20 librang pasya. Pagkatapos, kumuha ka ng 5 litrong langis. Paghalu-haluin mo ito tulad ng ginagawa ng mahuhusay na manggagawa ng pabango. At ito ang langis na gagamitin sa pagtatalaga. Pahiran mo nito ang toldang tipanan at ang kaban ng tipan. Ganoon din ang mesa at lahat ng kagamitan nito, ang ilawan at mga kasangkapang kaugnay nito, at ang altar na sunugan ng kamanyang. Pahiran mo rin ang altar na sunugan ng mga handog at mga kasangkapan nito, ang palangga ng hugasan at ang patungan nito. Ganyan ang gagawin mo sa pagtatalaga ng mga kasangkapang nabanggit upang ito'y maging sagrado. Magiging sagrado rin ang lahat ng madaiti rito. Pagkatapos, si Aaron naman at ang kanyang mga anak ang bubusan ng langis na ito at ang bubusan ng langis na ito at upang lubos silang matalaga sa akin bilang mga saserdote. Sabihin mo sa mga Israelita na ang langis na ito ay sagrado at siya ninyong gagamitin habang panahon. Huwag ninyo itong gagamitin sa karaniwang tao at huwag gagayahin ang paggawa nito. Ito ay sagrado at kailangang igalang. Ititiwalag ang sino mang gumaya nito at ang sino mang karaniwang tao ang gumamit nito. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, "Kumuha ka ng magkasindaming estakte, onis, galbano at kamanyang. Paghalu-haluin mo ito tulad ng ginagawa ng mahusay na manggagawa ng pabango at gawin mong pansuob. Timplahan mo ito ng malinis na sagradong asin. Dikdikin mo ng pino ang kaunti nito at ilagay sa harap ng kaban ng tipan sa dakong itinangi ko para tagpuin kayo. Aariin ninyo itong sagrado. Huwag ninyong gagayahin ito kung gagawa kayo ng kamanyang na pansariling gamit. Aariin ninyong ito'y bukod tangi kay Yahweh. Ititiwalag ang sino mang gumamit nito bilang pabango." To God be all the honor, glory, and praise in the reading of the Holy Scriptures. Purihin ang Panginoon sa pagbabasa ng kanyang mga salita. God bless you. Pagpalain nawa tayo ng ating Panginoon. Until our next Bible reading, my dear viewers. Hanggang sa ating muling pagbabasa ng salita ng Diyos, mga giliw kong taga-subaybay.